What's up guys, Bryce here, and we're back at it again for another video, and in this video we have a hot lap guide of Watkins Glen. This is another track located in the United States. It's actually pretty close to where I live, but this track is a hell of a track. It's actually quite a long lap, but just due to the speed, it seems pretty quick of a time, but it's almost close to a 2-minute lap. So I'm going to be taking you through a hot lap and then an in-depth guide showing you the braking points and just, you know, the right lines to take. There are many lines and you can kind of tweak them to your driving style, but I'll be showing you how I drive this track. So let's get right into it. Going down to turn 1, I brake around the 300 meter board. No later, no earlier. I attack the first curb quite a lot, and I tend to run wide actually quite often. That's just because I'm pushing the car through turn 1 and just trying to carry as much speed as I can. So most of the time I am using that runoff, and it's pretty important that you do because you can actually gain, you know, a tenth or two if you use that and carry the right amount of speed. Going up through the S's, again, just try to make it as straight as you can. Pretty simple there. Going down to the boot section of the track, I brake at the 300 meter board always, and really just try to play with the gas and throttle through that section and try to make it as clean as you can. Turn in like at the middle, more towards the outside of the track. Once you hit the apex, I'm back on the throttle, unwinding the wheel and using all the track on that left-hand side. Another left-hander here, all the way on the right, swinging the car to the left. Make sure you hit that curb because it can actually rotate the car, and using the outside curb as well. An uphill right-hander that has a bit of camber, braking at the 200 meter board. You can carry a lot of speed through here just because of the camber, so you can use that to lean on the gas a little bit. And we have a little bit of a straight here, and then we have the hardest braking zone in the track. Braking at the 200 meter board a little bit before and getting a late apex, and again using this exit curb, but be very careful. This track is not up to date 100%. In real life there's actually tarmac past that curb, but in this game we have grass, so be careful. Just past the left-hander, basically a very late apex left-hander. A little bit dab of the brake sometimes I can actually get it pretty good by just lifting, and then another dab of the brakes here just to rotate the car and using the exit curb, and that is hell of a fast lap at Watkins Glen. And then now I can show you a slowed down in-depth guide. So going down into turn 1 here, like I said, I brake at the 300 meter board, and once I pass the 100, that's where I turn in, and I just try to hit as much curb on the inside as possible just so I can rotate the car. Maybe after the 100 is when I start to rotate the car. As you can see, the car is super rotated. Once I'm on that curb, I'm on the gas very quickly, extremely quickly, and I'm using all of the track on the outside. Just be careful. In a race you might not want to be doing that. Again, straight line through the S section. I don't need to, you know, show you that. Here I'm braking at the 300 meter board, taking a hell of a lot of curb on the inside, not so much for this outside, but this corner right here you want to use curb. I didn't do that so much. Be careful with the grass here. If you keep a straight wheel, you'll be fine. Not all the way to the outside, but almost, and I'm bringing the car back in. Once I pass that fence, I'm already on the gas and unwinding the wheel. Whenever I'm on the gas, I'm trying to unwind that wheel and then using this outside curb. Make sure to use that outside curb and lean on that because you can really gain some time. When the tarmac changes color, that's kind of when I'm braking. Brake a little bit before that in a race with, you know, a hotter track temperature. Taking a super late apex and using that curb and using the outside curb as well is really crucial. Being smooth around this track will really reward you. Braking at the 200 meter board, that inside patch of tarmac, I try to follow that, as that tends to be a decent line through the corner and you might have to fine tune it a little bit. Watch out for the curbs. You can see I touched it a little bit and it did unsettle the car. This outside curb, there is no curb there, so be careful. I've spun many times just from going on the grass, so it is really important that you avoid that as best you can. Braking at the 200 meter board, try to brake sooner than that. Again, I'm following this lighter patch of concrete there, and that is kind of a good way to get the line through these corners. Again, the outside curb, be very careful. I know I have done that mistake very much, of just going a little bit wide and hitting the grass. Braking here on the right hand side, there's no real brake marker, and I'm just trying to get a late apex, find a balance between being tight and not so tight on the curb, because again, if you hit that curb, you unsettle the car. And on the gas as soon as you can is super important. In the race I usually dab on the brakes here just to rotate the car. The hotter the tires get and the more worn they are, you're not going to have as much grip. Again, be careful here. It's so easy to run wide. Bring the car to the left. Once the grass pulls away from you, that's when I turn in and I go on the brakes. Inside curb, watch out for that as well. and unwind the wheel slowly and try to get as close to the wall as you can. And that is a lap of Watkins Glen. It takes a lot of practice. My best tips I can give you is being smooth will definitely reward you through the corners. In qualifying, do not try to brake later than you normally would. Once you find the limit, braking later will just slow you down because exits are super crucial. You can gain time by actually, braking where you normally brake, or even braking a little bit sooner and just carrying more exit speed. I'm telling you, braking later in qualifying will definitely ruin your lap, as it has done for me many times. So it's a really tricky track. Really need to get a flow going, and there's no room for error. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.